Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1631. 1631. Um, I am here to give you inspiration for a great day with morsels of a thought of what we hope is more than knowledge. We hope it is the knowing the right things to do in life, which is a form of wisdom. And when we perform acts with wisdom, they become acts of virtue. Doing the right things is called virtue. I want to bring more virtue into the world. I want to inspire you to have a great day. I want everybody to read books. I love this book, Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion by Dr. Brody Miller, PhD. We are only on page 73 because we have a lot of in-depth knowledge. Last session, we only got from page 69 to page 73, 68, 69. 68 to 73. And that is because this knowledge is so in depth that we need to know what we're going to do in order to save our brain if we've ever bumped our head really hard. Okay, so here, electrolytes. We are in item number 10. We had these items, which is the seventh step is S for supplementation, REFOCUS. Chapter 4, the first pillar, REFOCUS. The seventh step is S for supplementation. After a concussion, your brain gets knocked out of balance, shifting into survival mode. This can lead to deficiencies in key neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, chemicals that play a big role in mood, focus, and calmness. With these imbalances, the nervous system needs extra support to repair and recover. This is where supplementation comes in handy. And so he's got a list that we have that he calls a rescue formula. The first one is creatine monohydrate, not only for gym bros. The second one is lion's mane. The third one was omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil. Remember, the 3 is an important number because certain other omegas may not be as good at all. Number 4 is turmeric and curcumin. Number 5 is magnesium. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Curcumin. Anyway, magnesium is number 5. Ginkgo biloba is number 6. B complex is number 7. Vitamin D and vitamin K2 are number 8. Number 9 is, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. I knew it. Okay, L-theanine. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Sorry. Tight. Okay. L-theanine. Theanine is number 9. And we are on number 10. Electrolytes. Essential for maintaining the balance of fluids and supporting proper brain function, especially following a concussion. Sneeze number 4 coming up. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Excuse me. Thank you. Think of them, essential electrolytes, as like little workers your brain needs to stay sharp and balanced. Okay, I'll read that sentence again. Essential for maintaining the balance of fluids and supporting proper brain function, especially following a concussion. Think of them like little workers your brain needs to stay sharp and balanced. Electrolytes include things like sodium, salt, potassium, calcium, chloride, and phosphate. Each one has a special job to help you feel better after a brain injury. Sodium and potassium help maintain proper fluid balance within cells and are important for the generation of electrical impulses, which is vital for brain function. I'll tell you from my own injury in 1999 that there is definitely electricity going through the brain. When I thought the wrong word, somehow my entire brain would shock. My whole body, it hurt so much. It was horrible. It was like all of the incisions that had been done were reopened for that second. Oh my gosh. And fortunately it was a one of those laparoscopic surgeries. So I had four small incisions that were about a centimeter each, but the whole body hurt. So that's electrical impulses. And we definitely have those with every word we think. We are, and then when we do a redundancy, that will shock again. If I say, I want to drink a cup of water, that'll be fine. But when I say maybe if I use that word maybe, boom, I can't even finish that thought because boom, there's that thought maybe and it boom, just shocked me. So any doubt, maybe, but if um shouldn't, should, those are awful. And if you say ought to, then you're okay. You say, I ought to go take a walk today. If you say, I should take a walk today, boom, oh my gosh, no. So that's something that I, I'll bet the author knows about here. And anyway, so when it says electrical impulses, pay attention to it, okay? Really pay attention to it. Okay, anyway. Calcium is necessary for neurotransmitter release and plays a role in neuroplasticity, which is important for cognitive recovery after brain injuries. Chloride, often paired with sodium to help maintain fluid balance, NaCl is salt. It plays an important role in the proper functioning of cells, tissues, and organs. It helps regulate the body's pH level and supports electrolyte balance, which is crucial for nerve function after a concussion. Chloride helps maintain hydration, which is important for overall recovery. Phosphate. This electrolyte is essential for energy production and maintaining the integrity of cell membranes. Imagine if your cells collapsed. No, you want to have integrity of your cell membranes. Um, we used to call it a plasma membrane. Yeah. Plants have cell walls. Animals have plasma membranes, so cell membranes. It works closely with calcium in the bones and is it phosphate works closely with calcium in the bones and is involved in processes that support brain cell repair and energy metabolism. Phosphate levels can be affected by a concussion, which can impair brain function and recovery. Ensuring proper intake of these electrolytes, especially after a brain injury, helps to support brain cell function and enhances recovery. So, we are reading Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion by Dr. Brody Miller, PhD, who himself had to travel this road and travel this path and teach us how to recover our brain memory, everything in our brains. And we are reading this at 1,631 consecutive mornings of mine to bring you a bunch of good knowledge, which is wisdom, refined knowledge. And we want to know the right things to do in our lives in order to bring more virtue in the world. Now, when we do the right things for ourselves, that is also virtue because when you create a good self, you are creating a virtuous thing in the world. So that's my thing here. Back to the book, page 74. Gut health matters. This is the section called Gut Health Matters. Now, the doctor says, let me ask you a very important question. What good does eating all the right foods and spending thousands of dollars on supplementation if you end up pooping it all out? If you answered with the words none or zero, then you, sir or madam, are 100% correct. Sorry, not sorry to be vulgar, but I don't want you to literally out all your hard-earned money. This was a hard realization for me too, at the time when I was dealing with an unhealthy, leaky gut. Ask yourself these questions. Am I bloated, gassy, feeling gut pain or diarrhea? Am I regular? Can I digest most healthy, whole, and organic foods properly? Or do I have tons of food allergies? If the answer is yes to one or more of the above, then we need to help you address your digestive health. Did you know that 90% of the serotonin in your body is produced in your gut? There's a footnote. Boldface. There are over 100 million neurons in your microbiome, and new research shows that gut health is closely connected to our memory and cognitive function. Seriously, that is a new piece of information to me. My whole life, I never would have thought that. I never connected my intake with my brain take. And that connection is powerful, says the doctor. A healthy gut is not only for physical well being, but also for mental clarity and emotional balance. Let's focus on healing your gut so you can truly benefit from the food you eat and the supplements you take. Now, I can't spend too much time in this book on the gut brain axis because that's not what it's about. Perhaps in another book, but just know that it is extremely important. Basic steps for gut health care. Number 1 out of 5. Eat prebiotic fermented foods like kimchi or sauerkraut. Number 2, I love kimchi. I eat a whole jar at a time sometimes. Number 2, lower stress levels and prioritize sleep. I went to the sleep management clinic the other day. Yes, you do that. Do that if you have to. Number 3, and it's hard. You get a referral from a doctor, and the doctor sends you there, and usually the sleep management clinic is backed up, and you have to be on a cancellation list. So that's just a hint. Number 3, healthy. Eat healthy, whole, and organic foods. Number 4, supplement with HCl, hydrochloric acid, to raise the acidity of the stomach. Number 5, take probiotics. Ready for a brain break? Scan this code for 15 free memory exercises and early access to exclusive offers by going to www.dr-bro.com, drbro.com, /VIP brain rescue, or scanning the QR code below. There you go. And I don't know if you'll be able to scan it from just showing it on the screen, but I will try very hard to hold it still. Okay, there. All right. And if you get the book, it's on page 75. Now, we're in chapter 5. Chapter 5, page 77. The second pillar, E, is for E-N-G-A-G-E. E-N-G-A-G-E, engage. Refocus, engage. Okay. After a brain injury, re-engaging your brain's natural ability to store and recall information is crucial. The engage phase is all about waking up your brain's memory centers through active participation, deliberate exercises, and consistent mental engagement. By focusing on stimulating your brain, you can accelerate memory recovery and strengthen your cognitive abilities. This will be a very involved part of what you do. I recall that when I was that ill and my brain was reacting to every single bad word, well, wrong word, right word, uh, it was very hard to engage with other people, but I could do it. My remote control was too heavy to hold. That's how sick I was. The remote control. My glasses would have been too heavy to hold. For this recovery process to work, you must engage in daily non-negotiable recovery habits. I mean habits that you participate in 5 to 7 days a week for 10 to 15 minutes at a time, even on days when you don't feel like doing them. The first step is E for experience. Experience is the teacher of all things, said Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar said experience is the teacher of all things. I don't know what it was in Latin. Our brains are amazing and always changing, thanks to a principle called experience dependent plasticity. Experience dependent plasticity. That this means our brains aren't fixed like a statue, but flexible and can reshape themselves based on what we go through in life. By experiencing new things, our brains create new connections, and this ability lasts throughout our entire lives. Personally, I like to think of it as action dependent plasticity, focusing on how what we do shapes our brains. Why? Because most of our life experiences are shaped directly by the actions we take and the habits we form. Humans are creatures of habit for a good reason. Consider this. Every micro decision you make, every habit you cultivate, every challenge you confront, these are not only moments in time, they are powerful catalysts for creating change that lasts. Dr. Brody Miller in 90 Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion says here on page 78, improving your memory from your actions. Imagine being able to physically strengthen your memory just by what you do every day. That's exactly what happened in a fascinating study involving London taxi drivers. These drivers are required to memorize thousands of streets and landmarks across the city. Researchers found that the more years of driving and navigation experience the taxi drivers had, the larger a part of their brain called the hippocampus became. The hippocampus is crucial for long-term memory and spatial navigation, and this study showed that it grew bigger the more the drivers practiced. So there's a footnote here, 19. Understanding that our actions can shape our brains gives us more agency over our own brain health. We aren't just passive observers, we actively shape our lives through our choices. By focusing on positive actions like learning new skills, being mindful, or building good relationships, we can use the power of our brains to become stronger and more resilient. So think about it. What actions are you taking today that will help create better experiences for your future? In my case, the very idea of tossing the refuse was a habit, and I was able to do that and remember where to go. And I was in like a fog, so I feel like that was probably relevant to the same thing in the action, in the habit, in the knowing that I can do it and knowing that I was gonna do it anyway. So yeah, going outside, down the stairs, all around, and you're gonna come back up the stairs, come back the back door, blah blah blah. Anyway, take action to create more experiences than just tossing the refuse, huh? Here's a tangible action for you. Each day, set aside a specific time, perhaps right after breakfast or before bed, to practice a simple memory exercise. Start by choosing a list of 5 words like apple, chair, ocean, book, and sun, and spend 10 minutes memorizing them. Once you feel comfortable, try to recall the words without looking. Each time you succeed, challenge yourself by adding more words or even making sentences with them. So I'm cheating. I'm looking apple, chair, ocean, book, and sun. Apple, chair, ocean, book, and sun. Okay. This daily practice not only strengthens your memory, but also reinforces the connections in your brain. Listen, the path to recovery is not always easy, but with persistence, faith, and dedication, you can achieve lasting change. You have the ability to transform your experiences into opportunities for growth, and every effort you make will contribute to your healing journey. So rise up, take action, and engage fully in your recovery. Your future self will thank you. The second step is N for nitric oxide. the unsung hero for brain and body recovery. Did you know there's one game-changing molecule for your health that you can boost naturally that traditional medicine doesn't want you to know about? Meet nitric oxide, NO, your secret weapon that can supercharge your recovery and enhance your memory. Boost it, and you'll unlock better blood flow to your brain, skyrocket your energy, and accelerate your healing process like never before. So, what is NO, nitric oxide? It's a colorless gas and one of the key players in nitrogen. As a vasodilator, it opens up your blood vessels, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to flow directly to your brain. At the end of the day, recovery is simply a game of blood flow and oxygen. Now, I've turned the page. I'm going to say those words that we said. It was apple, chair, ocean, book, and sun. Let's check and see if I was right. Apple, chair, ocean, book, and sun. I did it. Okay. Yeah. Yin Yang did a brain exercise right in front of you guys. Okay. What nitric oxide does for your brain? A vasodilator. It relaxes and vasodilator. It relaxes and widens your blood vessels, ramping up blood flow where it matters most, your brain. More blood flow means more nutrients and oxygen for enhanced memory recovery. Boosts mitochondrial biogenesis. This means it helps your body create more mitochondria, the energy powerhouses of your cells. More mitochondria lead to more energy, which is crucial when your brain is healing. Supercharges mitochondrial function. With nitric oxide in action, these mitochondria not only multiply but work more efficiently, giving you more energy with less oxygen. This means sharper focus and quicker recovery from cognitive fatigue. Let me tell you Let me let you in on a secret, fellas, ladies, whoever. Did you know the reason Viagra works so well is because of nitric oxide? Yup, because it improves blood flow to you know where. Stronger blood flow equals stronger erection. But you don't need to take Viagra, you just need to practice breathing better. You can thank me later. The science of nasal breathing. Bear with me. I'm going to get a little geeky with you. When you breathe in through your nose, several powerful physiological processes kick into gear that helps boost nitric oxide. Your nasal cavity is lined with specialized cells that produce nitric oxide. When you inhale through your nose, you draw air directly into these cells, allowing the nitric oxide to mix with the incoming air. This leads to a direct increase in the amount of nitric oxide entering your bloodstream. Nose breathing is incredible for health. To boost your nitric oxide NO levels, start by practicing deep nasal breathing to replace shallow, anxious breaths. Just a few minutes every hour can help increase energy levels. You can also incorporate these simple habits below into your daily routine. Now, there are 5 proven ways of boosting nitric oxide levels. Nitric oxide production helps calm your nervous system, and we shall go into those next Friday. And I have a cat right here, and she may or may not let me come, but I wanted to pick her up, but I won't. Okay. I will talk to you again later. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you know the right things to do when you have had a brain injury. So far, so good. Okay? Old Kinder Hug.